I rated my husband in front of my friends. Then he walked in. Before we dive in, please help me reach 1,000 subscribers and tap the bell so you don't miss these real-life stories. I can still see that night like it's playing on a loop in my head. I was curled up in my warm living room, surrounded by a few of my closest friends, the kind who knew almost everything about me. Or so I thought. We were laughing, trading stories, sipping wine, letting the outside world fade into the background. I was in a playful mood, trying to be the funny one, the entertaining one. I had no idea that a single careless joke was about to change everything. The conversation drifted toward relationships. Wanting to keep everyone amused, I started bragging, at least that's what I told myself it was. Leaning back on the couch, smiling like I was clever, I said the worst thing I could have said. Honestly, my ex was a perfect 10 in bed. My husband, more like a 3. I expected laughter and nothing more. And I got it. The room erupted, teasing jokes, playful shock. For a brief moment I felt witty, untouchable. Then the room went cold. I didn't know he was home. My husband stood in the doorway, arms crossed, completely still. His face wasn't angry. It was worse than that. It was disbelief, sharp, quiet, cutting. The laughter died instantly. My smile vanished. Time seemed to freeze. I tried to save it. I forced a shaky laugh. Babe, I was just kidding. Don't take it seriously. No one spoke. My friend stared at the floor. The warmth drained from the room. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't move. He simply said, in a calm that terrified me, "You're done here. Pack your things." I stared at him, my chest tightening. "Are you serious?" I whispered. One look told me everything. This wasn't anger. This was final. I gathered my belongings in a blur, my hands shaking, my mind racing. My own words echoed endlessly in my head. Perfect 10. A 3. I wanted to rip them out of the air, erase them, undo the moment entirely. When I stepped outside, the night air hit me like a slap. I didn't know where to go, so I walked. I ignored my phone as it buzzed relentlessly. Shame wrapped around me so tightly I could barely breathe. I replayed the moment again and again, finally seeing it from his side. Publicly humiliated by the one person who was supposed to protect him. That night taught me something brutal. A joke can be a weapon when aimed at the wrong person. What I thought was harmless teasing wasn't funny to him. It was disrespect. It was humiliation. It was betrayal. And he reacted not just out of anger, but out of a need to reclaim his dignity. Days passed before we spoke. Days filled with silence, anxiety, and painful self-reflection. I had to face an uncomfortable truth. I chose attention over respect. Laughter over loyalty. When we finally talked, it was raw, heavy, honest. He told me how deeply it hurt, how those words replayed in his mind long after everyone else had forgotten them. I apologized with everything I had, but he made one thing clear. Trust doesn't magically repair itself once it's broken. He didn't yell. He didn't insult me. He just explained how deep the wound went. That moment became a turning point in my life. It taught me how heavy words truly are, and how fragile trust can be. Intent doesn't erase damage. Things didn't instantly return to normal. There were awkward silences, careful conversations, and the constant fear that one wrong sentence could shatter everything again. But slowly, step by step, we rebuilt something new. It wasn't carefree. It wasn't effortless. But it was honest. It was real. And now when I tell this story, it's not for sympathy. It's a reminder of the mistake that changed everything, and the lesson I'll never forget again.